Hey, it's Elijah, and today we're going to be looking at the Dynasty Warriors Origins demo. Now, the demo officially releases on the 22nd, but I do have a New Zealand account, so I was able to check it out in advance and let you know what I think. Now, I've actually never played a Dynasty Warriors game. I've played through some of the spin-offs like the Persona, Legend of Zelda, and Berserk one, but I've actually never played one within the mainline series. So I'm very excited to check this out for the first time. Jumping into the menu here, we actually have quite a lot of options. We can prioritize graphics, performance, or have native 4K, in addition to limiting the frame rate to 30, 60, and 120. And there is an HDR mode that I enabled. I do have a PS5 Pro, but with my current capture settings, I just left things at performance and at 60. Once you start the demo, it gives you a brief little overview of the battle you'll be participating in, and then the game starts. You watch a quick cutscene setting up the events to this battle and a lot of characters involved, and then you get introduced to the main character himself. This smug, expressionless character that doesn't really have any emotion at all. I don't know if other Dynasty Warrior games have nameless protagonists, or if you play as characters throughout history, but here it seems like you're playing as this kind of character to project yourself on. You then sit in this war council where you get an overview about the battle, who's participating, where all of the bases are and outposts, and what your ultimate goal is. And then you get access to the customization. You can choose up to 3 different companions, and then you can change your equipment in the menu. You have a lot of different weapons, gems, and art abilities. After that, you jump straight into the combat. You're hacking, slashing, directing your allies, and letting loose on hundreds of enemies. For playing in performance mode, this game looks really great. I know Dynasty Warriors is known for its technical issues, but it was practically flawless here. And there's a real sense of scale and size to these battles. There's nothing more satisfying than killing a couple dozen men in one hit. It should also be noted that through and through, this is a Dynasty Warriors game. The core underlying gameplay here is just the same as any of the other titles, but it is undeniably fun. I had such a blast just plowing through enemies again and again, and it also helps that the combat music within this battle is absolutely stunning. I love this guitar piece that plays throughout this battle. Eventually, you reach the gate, and the demo concludes in one of the most exciting and exhilarating moments I've seen. You're just killing hundreds and hundreds of soldiers as you're whittling the force down. This was a very tense battle, and I actually died a couple of times within it. Now, I don't know if this is in other Dynasty Warriors games, but you can actually look through all of these specific moments throughout the entire battle, trying to figure out where you went right and wrong. You can also bring yourself back to specific moments rather than starting out from scratch. It's a really complex and useful mechanic that I used multiple times. It was nice to see an overview of everything that occurred and what I might have missed in the chaos of it all. Multiple times throughout the battle, I also got placed in these duels. Now, you're not fighting for health, but you're actually fighting for like the morale of the army, and depending on how many hits you give or receive, it determines the ultimate outcome of the duel. I really liked these, and it kept things tense. I will say that moments like this is where my camera issues came into play. Most of the time, the camera works great, and when it pulls back to show the sheer scale of the battle, it's stunning. But when you get placed in these duels, or get surrounded by hundreds of enemies, it's hard to keep track of what's going on, who's attacking you, and what you should really even focus on. It doesn't hinder the game overall, but it does make things feel a little unfair and annoying. Anyways, once you deplete through all of the forces, you get shoved into this incredibly tense and difficult final boss. I don't want to spoil who it is or show it for you, but when I say it's difficult, it's really difficult. And then after that, you finish the demo. All in all, I had a really great time with Dynasty Warriors Origins and its demo. As I said before, I'm a newcomer to the series and to the franchise, but I just love the sheer scale and size of things, and all of the little differences that separate this from all of the other spin-offs I've played. I'm curious to know what lifelong fans of Dynasty Warriors think about this demo and this entry. Did you love it? Do you hate it? Is it everything you're hoping for? I'm very curious. And I'm also curious if this will bring in newcomers to the series. After playing through it, I am way more interested in playing the full game upon release. And I highly recommend you try out the demo for yourself. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, I would love it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. And I would love to hear your thoughts on Dynasty Warriors as a whole, your history with it, and what you think about this new entry. Take care, guys.